Hello, this is Jack Simons with the Springs Road Gun Club, and today we're going to talk about bug-out guns. Now, bug-out guns are the guns that you're going to take with you in the event that you got a bug out or leave during a disaster or an emergency. Now, there are different schools of thought on bug-out guns. There's so many different types, there's so many different calibers that, in my opinion, it's all, boils down to situational. For example, if I was going to the mountains, where there's bear, probably not going to bring a 22. If I'm bugging out to a hotel, for a day or so, I'm probably not going to bring my, 50 caliber Barrett. So you can see that there's a lot to think about. So the first thing I want to take into consideration is my bug out bag. My bug out bag is relatively large, 50, 60 pounds. I got a lot of stuff in it. I can pretty much almost live indefinitely, with my bug out bag. So I want to make sure that, I don't make it too heavy, then I won't be able to carry it. First gun we're going to take a look at is the Ruger 1022. Now this is one of the most popular 22s on the market and one of the most reliable 22s on the market. You can buy all kinds of neat accessories for it. You can change your configurations and all kinds of neat things. This one here, we happen to have an Archangel kit on here, along with a suppressor, and this is great to, it's very light, it's easy to just throw on your shoulder in a backpack and away you go. 22s, I can carry, like 1,000 rounds of ammunition and not weigh much at all. Basically you can carry it in a shoebox and, away I go. The only thing that I don't like about 22s is the fact that, they lack stopping power. If I'm, up in the mountains, this is not going to work too well, against a bear or a wild boar or something of that sort. Also, we all know that 22s, can be unreliable. They misfire easy, they malfunction very easy. Therefore, this has got some limitations. Probably good, bugging out in the backyard, shooting some squirrels and some rabbits or whatever. But that's all that I would pretty much, use this for. Next gun we're going to talk about is a 12-gauge shotgun. This is a Weatherby 12-gauge shotgun. It's an NRA edition, pretty cool one. And shotguns are really neat. They're diverse. They got good stopping power. You can load, birdshot, buckshot. You can load slugs in it, specialty rounds in it, and also great for close quarter situations. Maybe even those situations where you run into a bear. But my concerns with the pump shotgun is, they're rather heavy. So, this is really, this is a big gun to be toting around. Also, you have slow follow-up shots. So if you had to shoot at multiple targets that are shooting at you, it's going to be, a little tough getting back on target and being able to follow up. Next gun on my list is an AK-47. Now, these have been popular for many, many, many years. They're very rugged, they're accurate, great for a medium-range rifle. Now something like this I would probably bug out with if we're under attack by by the Russians or by China or something along that line, but probably not something that I would bug out to a friend's house or a hotel. But they are extremely reliable, they're really rugged. These are also good for situations where you may be getting into some adverse weather conditions, like out here in North Carolina, where 1 minute it's 100 degrees, and the next minute it's like 10 degrees and it's snowing outside. So, this gun would be great for a situation like that. The only thing is, about this gun, it's heavy. Ammunition is relatively heavy, even though it's got great stopping power. Ammo, it's going to be hard to tote around a bunch of ammunition. And the lack of customization, as you can see here, I got a rail on the front, so I'm kind of limited to my optics. When I prefer my optics to be, back here. Now, sure, I can use iron sights, but I don't particularly care for iron sights for all situations. Next gun on our list is an AR-15. Now, this one here happens to be an AR pistol. We've actually featured this gun in a previous video, and this is not stock. This is an arm brace. So this is classified as a pistol. Now we got a little Gemtech suppressor on the front, and we've got a Trijicon optic on here, a red dot, solar powered, with a little battery backup. That thing will last forever, especially if I had to bug out with it. ARs are really pretty reliable. They're very customizable. They're kind of like the Honda of guns. You can do anything with them. You can get them in any shape, size, caliber. If you don't like the 5.56, you can get it in a 9, 40, 45, 6.8, 7.62, 300 blackout, and many, many, many more. Now, a lot of people like to buy these in a pistol configuration, especially for 9mm. For example, you can get one chambered where it will take Glock magazines. So if you're carrying a Glock 9mm, you have the same magazines for your sidearm and for your primary gun. The only thing I don't like about ARs is they can be really, really temperamental. Parts seem to wear out really fast. But the good thing about it is parts are readily accessible, and these are really easy to work on. So basically our next gun here kind of fits in the subgun category. Now subguns are guns like your MP5, Uzi, MAC-10. Typically those are a little bit bigger than pistols. Some of them come with an armrest, or I should say a stock, chambered in pistol cartridge, lots of ammunition, high capacity magazines. Now this happens to be a pistol to carbine conversion. I've got a Glock 17 and I've got it mounted inside this Roni. Now the micro Roni here is made by Command Arms. They're out of Israel. We all know that Israel has pretty much got everything locked down. They make some great stuff over there. And I really like this carbine conversion. It's got a foldable stock, QD mounts. I got my Zeiss Z-Point on here, which is solar powered with a battery backup. Really contoured, small, kind of out of the way. I don't have to worry about it catching on anything or being big or bulky. Also got a proprietary light on here too, made by Command Arms, which is really neat. And we even have a little extra area here to store another magazine. So with a 30-round Glock magazine and a 17-round backup, I mean that's some pretty good ammunition, without even having any extra magazines laying around. Now the only thing is, this would be great, for urban areas, like if I was bugging out to a friend's house or a hotel or something along that line. But I probably wouldn't rely on this gun, for going to the mountains and shooting bear. But for close quarters, this thing works really, really well. The next gun on my list is the P90. You can also get the PS90 with the 16-inch barrel. And this gun is probably one of the most controversial guns on the market. It chambers a 5.7x28 cartridge that is designed by F.N. Herstal out of Herstal, Belgium. And basically they consider it to be a bullpup. It's just a small gun. This one here happens to have like a 9.5-inch barrel on it. It feeds from the top. Basically you've got a clear magazine up here, which is neat so you can count your rounds. And ejects from the bottom. That way you don't have brass going all over the place if you're in a close quarter situation, or if you're in a situation where you need to police your brass, it'll be in one nice neat looking pile underneath the gun. We also have our Z-Point on here too with a Surefire light. Very small, very compact. I can throw it in a backpack. It breaks down really easy. It's easy to clean, and one thing that I really like about this gun too is that it really doesn't get dirty. I've shot it a bunch and very rarely have to clean this, which would be really good for bugging out with. Now this gun will hold a group out to 200 yards, so I can use it for maybe hunting small game. Use it for personal protection. Now I don't know about bear. I haven't shot any yet, but I guess at some point in time we'll find out. So this is a really good option, and actually one of my favorite options. I showed you a few of them. Now there's a bunch of other guns out there, survival guns and all kinds of neat stuff that you can buy. And it all boils down to your situation. Where are you going and how long you're going for. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to put your comments down below, and appreciate your support. Take care. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you liked the video you just saw, make sure you go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, click subscribe, and make sure that you click on the little bell to turn on all notifications. If you want to see more cool videos like the one you just saw, make sure you go ahead and click the link on the screen. Also, you can check us out on social media. You can follow us on Instagram, tweet us on Twitter, pin us on Pinterest, and like us on Facebook. Thank everybody for your support. We'll see you.